Very much wish to preserve. We're starting the tour here with the rendering of the outside of the building, which you may have seen a year ago when initially the town had proposed to purchase the building for the purposes of preservation and the consideration of a library. And then during that time, the town was also able to acquire some additional funds, some line item appropriations through your legislative delegation. And now you've seen the renovation on the outside, from what it was before to what it is now. The next step that will be coming before this town meeting is the goal to renovate the inside, with the same goal on preservation and character, keeping the 10-foot, 6-panel original solid doors, keeping the wainscoting, keeping a number of the features I'm going to point out. In this room, one feature we're not keeping is this staircase. It's not original to the building. So if the project moves forward, this will be returned to a half-moon room where you can actually sit right underneath the windows. And one of the two layout concepts is actually this becomes the main door for circulation. So you will arrive through here, see the original half-moon windows, see all of the original wainscoting, and then enter the library through these double doors. A bit of a regal arrival in the library. We're going to go through these doors and to the right. I will remind everybody this is an active construction site, so please don't wander away, but it is very safe. There's no open holes, there's no pitfalls, but it is an active construction site. If the primary entrance is the way you came in, this will become the teen room. And if this is the primary entrance, we'll show you some other alternatives for the teen room as a working concept.
In this room here, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I did hear rumblings that this would be the children's.
That is not correct.
That's not correct?
Nope, that is not correct. Those rumblings were not correct.
All right, that's why I said rumblings.
That's a great question. All right. This room that you're in now, clearly the main dais for what was once Smith Memorial Hall, would be general circulation. So the two windows you see here are these two windows. The opening for the stage, which we'll talk about. But the goal here is that this is general circulation for the library, is the current intention. So you would either arrive through those double doors or you would arrive through this door. The town meeting articles that are coming up would repair enhance the electrical system here, fix the HVAC system here. We've already insulated the attic above us. It was not insulated, so a lot of the heat went right up through that ornamental vent. And would prepare this room for drop lighting. We would keep the trap lighting. The goal, again, is to preserve a number of the features that either provide the character that make this such a charming space, or that were original, such as all of the wainscoting, while upgrading it to modern standards. The heating system in this building is not an efficient heating system. To save operating costs in the future, now would be the time to upgrade while we're in construction. So this is the concept layout for the general circulation. What you're looking at, again, the articles at town meeting are for the infrastructure. Future articles, appropriations, or grants will be sought for the bookcases and the casework. I want to be clear what's coming on June 5th versus what is not. But we've laid out the room and the heating system to align with a concept of a library similar to this. Picture of the wall that you have here with the opening for the stage. What is in the town meeting article is to create a new ramp section, pretty much from right here, that gently ramps up, and you would take a right through a wider opening doorway, which would then make this stage section, which will become the children's room, and we'll stop in there, ADA compliant. So part of what you'll notice while we're going through this tour is you've got a bunch of ups and downs that Article 14 and 15 will put in the infrastructure to remove those ups and downs or make them accessible to all. So we had to lay this out more in engineering as opposed to a pastel drawing, because this has to be a certain slope, certain calculations. What we also have on this side, and everybody can go take a look, we have an office meeting room, and we already have one ADA compliant bathroom. We'll be creating another one if the appropriations are approved, but everybody's welcome to look into the office meeting room, which has a fantastic historic fireplace that does not work and will not be used. Center table and chairs for any group to come in and have a meeting. Pretty straightforward, other than some HVAC, electrical, and painting upgrades. We love this room. I think it's historic, it's beautiful. So this is a fun and an easy one. As we move through, we're going to go up a couple steps. I'll ask everybody to just watch your step as we go up onto what is the current stage. So, welcome to what will be the children's room up here.
Joe, is it easier if I help these?
Sure, yeah, sure. Come on down this way. As we had explained before, there's going to be a ramp. There's actually going to be also a wall of bookcases all the way across, so kids don't jump off the stage. They'll be held in. And we're going to put a glass wall here. We use the word glazing, but a glass wall, so these two right here can be as loud as they want and not interrupt general circulation. So we want to keep the character of the viewport. Yes, and you can be as loud as you want. We want to keep the viewport. We want everybody to be able to look in and out, but we want the kids to be kids.
Can I get that in my house?
Yeah. Beautiful. So let's see. How do we? I'm gonna have you swing over this way. We'll have everybody look just for orientation. So this window is right behind Ron. This window is over here. This is the bookcase, and here is the staged opening. If you can somewhat orient yourself. This room will be much more softer. Soft furniture, soft carpeting, the things that kids can bounce around on, right? As opposed to a lot of hard bookcases. And then the other component we have, another engineering drawing, is this wall is coming out, but everything behind the wall we're actually retooling to create another ADA compliant bathroom, so parents with children go right into a bathroom from the children's area, especially if they're here with multiple children and only one needs to use the lavatory. They don't have to go down, around the ramp, and basically leave the near shot of their children. So the funding from town meeting in terms of the pieces that are not preservation but are actually reconstruction, retooling, it's really oriented all in this wing around bathrooms and around the craft area. So as we go through this door and walk down to the craft area, you can look to your right, you'll see nooks and crannies. There's two tiny little bathrooms hidden back there that we're basically going to retool into a large ADA bathroom and a staff bathroom. Behind you is basically a workroom closet. It doesn't go anywhere, it's a dead end, but that's a workroom closet that the staff would use for storage of children's books, the things in the children's area, the creation of various products. All right, as we come down this hall, we'll just ask everybody to watch your step on the stairs. And again, you can look over to the right and you'll see what eventually is going to be retooled into some bathroom. We started here in the Half Moon entry. We've worked our way through the office meeting room. We've come through the children's room, and now we're over here in this side of the building where you see a lot of architectural notes. The reason for that is the floor you're standing on, we're actually going to bring up 3 feet to remove the staircase. So this will be at level with the children's room. The kitchenette pieces, these will all come out, and this is going to become an arts and crafts type room with direct access to some programming outside. The reason we've closed this off is when we bring the floor up, these staircase headers are all going to come up. So this door will actually slide up 3 feet, that door will slide up 3 feet. And this will really be the arts and crafts room. This will really be paint on the floor and paper mache and the things that you would like to use and do in the children's room in the library. So this is another section, as I had said, it's this section of the building that really gets the construction renovation. For those who've done renovations in your house, you know, you do pour a lot of money into the heating, the cooling, the plumbing, and the things you don't see, but they are costly. That's where a portion of the Article 14 and 15 would go to. The other component of this room is we create a little bit of back of the house space. There's a very non-compliant staircase down to the basement right here that we keep locked. But for staff, that will become a staircase down to a storage room for their arts and crafts storage. Again, not for the children, but for the staff. Because the goal of this project is we're going to make the first floor fully accessible and compliant. But there is a basement in the building. That's not going to be public space. That's going to be for storage of whatever the town would like to store and work. Because it's a significant investment, maybe for someday in the future, but a significant investment to make the basement accessible and properly equipped. So that's our fifth stop. We're gonna wind our way back out the ramp, and I'm certainly here for any questions, and Ron is here for questions, and then there are stations outside some of you may have visited that have a lot of details on everything from the CPC vote to some finance, to the future of the library in this building and some of those goals, and then most importantly to a snack station with snacks and for everybody to enjoy.